All right, punters, time to go through and have a look at the 2025 Melbourne Cup. What we're going to run through is the top 10 rated contenders in order, and also the win betting, place betting, trifecta and first four betting. So you've got all your angles for the Melbourne Cup covered. It's a very strong renewal of the Melbourne Cup this year. They go 3,200 metres, like to be run at a solid tempo. Those stalking from midfield or worse get the advantage here. Run on a wet track, currently a soft 7, every chance of a downgrade to a heavy 8. This is the way we see them. On top, we are putting the number 8, Maidan. Got it rated 6.50, currently being bet at the moment, Maidan, at 26.0, 7.5. Good overs about the top elect. Second top rated is the 2, Buckaroo, currently being bet at 8.0. And currently got it rated 8.0. It's being bet at 10.0, 3.5. Minor overs available. Then we go to the third top rated contender is the 1, our Riffer. Got it rated 9.0. Our Riffer. Minor unders at 7.0, but because we're getting so much advantage about the other runners inside the top 5 winning chances down to Parchment Party, we can afford to back Buckaroo as well. We can afford to back our Riffer as well for 2 units, which we're doing in win betting. Fourth top rated is the number 17, Further. I've got it rated $11. Currently, Further is being bet at 31.0, 8.0. Excellent value long shot contender with a very serious chance of taking the cash. And the fifth top rated, the 18, Parchment Party, the American. Bit of a hard one to assess, but very hard to leave out, Parchment Party. The number 18, Parchment Party, currently being bet 46.0, 11.0. So that's the way we're going to bet the top 5 from a win betting perspective. 2 units Maidan, 26.0. 2 units Buckaroo, 10.0. 2 units Our Riffer, 14.0. 1 unit Further, 17.0. 31.0. 1 unit Parchment Party, 46.0. Total 8 units outlaid for a return of between worst off 14 units Our Riffer and 52 units on Maidan. Buckaroo gives you 20 units back. Further gives you 31 units back. Parchment Party gives you 46 units back. From a place betting perspective, I think the best angle in the race is Maidan to place. 3 units at 7.50. Further, 2 units at 8.0. And Parchment Party, 1 unit at 11.0. Total outlay for 6 units for a return of between 11 units and 22.5 units on Maidan. For your trifecta, first, the 5 that we've got in consideration for the winning slots, 1, 2, 8, 17, 18. 1, 2, 6, 8, 10, 17, 18. We add in the 6, Prestige Nocturne, and the 10, Flatten the Curve for second. And then for third, all of the top 10 down to the number 9, Absurd. 1, 2, 6, 8, 9, 10, 17, 18, 20, 24. Total of 240 combinations. First 4, we repeat the numbers with 10 in for fourth. That makes it 1,680 combinations. All right, let's run through the top scene chances. We'll start with the number 8, Maidan. Okay, Maidan, very well bred by Frankel out of the Dubawi mare, Nezwa. Good distaff side of the pedigree, draws wide in the 22, but under the pace scenario, I'm not too concerned about that. Maidan will go back and stalk from worse than midfield and come with 1 withering run. The run you want to go on is this run here at Goodwood over 10 furlong at listed level back on the 23rd of May. Okay, it was an excellent effort, this win. I mean, this second to Liberty Jane, they put good margins on second, on third and fourth, and the form through Silver Knot, Cash, Peaceman and Jeff Coon stacks up to suggest out to 3,200 metres now, getting in well below weight for age, only lumping 54. You can expect a big new peak with James McDonald up. Sets a standard. The number 2, Buckaroo, second top rated. Okay, superbly bred by Fastnet Rock out of the Galileo mare, Roheron. Interestingly, Roheron is the dam of 2 horses in this race. The other one being, just let me tell you, the 7, Middle Earth, which is by Roaring Lion, okay? But yeah, Buckaroo, second top rated. Unlucky in the Cox Plate. Nabbed by Via Sustina, just couldn't get past it on the wire. Out to 3,200 now. Gets in a couple of kilos below weight for age. Draws a 12 alley. He's going to get the perfect trip. Fourth up, New Peak, out to 3,200 metres, second top rated. Very hard to deny Cox Plate form. Nothing went its way in the Caulfield Stakes to start prior, and the second is Sir Delius over 1,800 when it was trying 9 panels at Caulfield was an excellent effort. So Buckaroo, second top rated. Third top rated is another weight for age horse. Superbly bred by Wootton Bassett out of the high class Galileo mare, Love on My Mind, from a very good family. Look, it's very hard to get hugely confident about a horse lumping 59 in a Melbourne Cup, but look, that's weight for age at this level over this trip. And if we take a look at our Riffer, the win at the Curragh last time out on good yielding ground when it was stretched out to 2,800 was very good. That was on the back of a Curragh Group 2 win the start prior when it beat Shackleton by 5. This win by 4 was a very good win. Just sits right at the top of the pecking order for a Melbourne Cup after winning the Irish St Ledger. Put them away, widen the margin, strong through the line. The form through Al Kareem and Waldadler, very good. So that's third top rated. Fourth top rated, the number 17, Further. All right, this one gets in. Very well weighted with only 52 kg. Deceivingly very, very, very well bred by Wild Geese. Won an arc. Son of Galileo out of a Dane time mare. You get back to the fourth dam of this one, and it is... I'm just going to bring this up. She's Reine de Course. Just bear with me while that comes up. Further. Yeah, you get back to the fourth dam of this one, and it's the Reine de Course mare, Lianga. She appears in so many pedigrees, and you've got to take notice when she shows up. She was a Group 1 winner at 2 in France. Maryland bred champion 2-year-old filly, 1975 sprinting champion sprinter in France, designated Reine de Course. In for fourth, Further. Lightly raced, 2 from 8 winner for the Balding Yard, Michael D up. The win you want to go on is the win in the Jeffrey Freer over 2,800 from memory, I think it was. 2,700 at Newbury. Won a Group 3 by a widening 3. It was an excellent effort. Big scope for more. Hard to put a ceiling on it. That was the Jeffrey Freer Group 3 level. Pace scenario is going to suit, especially if it's ridden similar to what it was this day, towards rear in touch with leaders. Headway on inner over 2 furlong out, led and ridden out. Edged right inside final furlong, kept on well and one going away. The form through Epic Poet, Candleford, Nighttime Dancer stacks up. They put good margins on them. I think potential big New Peak absolutely pitchforked in at the weights with only 52 kg for Michael D. And the fifth top rated, the American Parchment Party. Comes in as a 4 from 11 winner. I'm just going to go and pull up the pedigree of Parchment Party because it's important to discuss this. Look, its best form is on dirt. There's no doubt about that. If we go to the win, 2 back at Saratoga when it won by 8.5, that was in the slot. Widened the margin, ran away from him. But what I like on the back of that, went to Saratoga and knocked off Digital Ops last time out. That was another good win, suggesting that it's prepping well for the Melbourne Cup. This day when it knocked off, when it won the Belmont Gold Cup, it was on a sloppy dirt track. Put 23 lengths on flat in the curve. Who obviously didn't handle it, but just put gaps in them. Yes, margins are always bigger on dirt, but you have to respect that win, especially being so lightly raced. And the other win of note is the Birdstone. That was a good prep run to suggest it's flying and it's ready for this race. So if it handles the turf, it needs to be included, especially on a wet track. Okay, by constitution, the good son of Tappet. Tappet, excellent sire of sires, out of a Tis Now mare. Tis Now can get a turf runner, especially being a son of Sees Tizzy, who's a noted wet track sire in America. You get to the second dam sire, Notebook, another noted turf sire, and then the third dam sire is also a noted turf sire, Gold Meridian. So there's plenty here to suggest that this horse will handle the turf, and if it handles the turf, it'll make a mockery of that price of $46. So that's how I see the top 5 in the Melbourne Cup. Next best, Presage Nocturne in for 6. Flatten the Curve, 7th. Goody Two Shoes, the other Joseph O'Brien runner, 8th. Valiant King in for 9th. And Absurd rounding out your top 10 for exotic players. So that's a look at the Melbourne Cup for 2025. I think we've got the right numbers, and I think you're going to be on the winning end of the ledger come the end of the 2 miles. Maidan 26.0, 7.5 on top. Second top rated Buckaroo 10.0, 3.5. Third top rated Alrifa 7.0, 2.9. Fourth top rated the 17. Further 31.0, 8.0. And rounding out your top 5, the one that's been missed in the market, Parchment Party from America 46.0 and 11.0. That's Melbourne Cup for 2025. We win when you win. You want more content for Melbourne Cup Day or any day, go over to twfhorseracing.com, get in on the action, and learn how to win.